You know what, when you're in college, I remember, especially if you're away from home by any stretch, those care packages make all the difference in the world. So now, especially if you can't go anywhere. Now let's get into your most accurate forecast this morning. Temperatures across the state. It is chilly up in the high country, definitely getting into sweater weather up there. We're in the 40s this morning in Flagstaff, down into the upper 20s at the Grand Canyon. Brr, that is chilly. We're in the 40s in Show Low as well, 50s in the Verde Valley area, and across western and southern Arizona, we're in the 60s and 70s. Closer look at our valley cities here. We're in the 60s here too. 64 in Chandler, 66 in Glendale, 64 in Surprise in Peoria, 65 up in Cave Creek this morning, 66 out in Santan Valley. So we're actually running about 2 degrees cooler at this hour than we were this time 24 hours ago. So if you want to pull the bike back out and go for a ride, I say go for it. It's going to be a gorgeous morning to get a ride. And remember at the beginning of the pandemic when all these families suddenly got bicycles and were all over the neighborhoods? Well, maybe we'll see the return of that now that the weather is more conducive to taking a bicycle ride. In fact, by 9 o'clock this morning, we'll still be in just the upper 70s, so it's still going to feel really nice out there. We will cross into the 90s, though, by 1 o'clock this afternoon, a slightly slower warm-up than we saw yesterday. Now, if your nose has started running, if you've been sneezing a little bit more like I have, you're probably prone to allergies. Ragweed and cetopods right now are the dominant allergens out there in the moderate category today and tomorrow. And then you're going to notice an uptick a little bit if you're sensitive on Tuesday and Wednesday. So just be mindful of that. Those highs for today, a little bit cooler than we saw yesterday, but still warming into the 90s, 94 across much of the valley, 95 in Maricopa, 93 out in Buckeye, same temperatures in Deer Valley and Scottsdale. Queen Creek, same temperature for you. And Gilbert just updating, deciding it's going to be 94 degrees for today. So still toasty, but getting closer to where we should be for this time of year. To our south, we'll see similar temperatures, 95 in Gila Bend, 93 in Casa Grande. Same temperatures up along the western portion of our state, Bullhead City, topping out at 93 today. If you're going to be in Sedona, temps in the 80s, nice and comfortable, sunny and warm, good hiking weather. Just make sure you're hydrating. Up to the north of that, north of the rim, if you're going to go look at some of the leaves changing, you'll see even more yellows popping up there. 71 degrees in Flagstaff. You'll also notice in northeastern Arizona, the breezes are going to kick up today, right around 20 miles an hour for sustained winds, which means we could see gusts around 25, even 30 miles an hour. And we'll see that stretch through Window Rock and Show Low, picking up around lunchtime and then dying off right around 5 o'clock. If you're staying in the Flagstaff area, great temperatures, feeling like fall, in the 70s for the next several days. Back here in the valley, we're staying in the 90s through tomorrow. Then those triple digits do look to make their return, but it'll be short-lived. Double digits will make their return by next weekend, Mark.